When people think of Manchester, they often think of Manchester Central with its showpiece silhouette on the skyline. The street just outside is called Windmill Street because in the 18th century there was a windmill here. It had been the scene of one of the most notorious political moments in this island's history, in something called St. Peter's Fields, in which about 50 to 80,000 people in a cleared area were attacked by the yeomanry and 18 get killed. And all they wanted was the right to vote. This area, literally where Manchester Central is now, was densely populated, 9 pubs, a canal going through it, and then the railway company comes along, first Cheshire Lines and then working with the Midland Railway Company, who want a space close to the central part of Manchester, the business district, to make a new line to London. You get this incredible engineer, Sir John Fowler, who's involved in making this glorious structure. The railway companies wanted a hotel adhered to the front of the building, but they couldn't get the site they wanted, so therefore they just left the grand exposed archway of Manchester Central. But then in the 1960s, late 1960s, they decided to close a lot of the railway lines, encouraging motor transport. So in May 1969, Manchester Central closed. And then that was a time of a poor economy within these northern cities, so it just lay empty, vandalised, and it became a car park for a while as well. By the early 1980s, the economy was in a bad way. The City Council, with Greater Manchester Council, started to think of different ways how to change things. So the first step was to create an exhibition and conference centre. What was originally called when it opened in 1986 was GMEX, which is Greater Manchester Exhibition Centre. Well, that became very well known in all the psyche of the country. It did almost immediately hold an incredibly important rock music event, which was the Festival of the 10th Summer, in which New Order and the Smiths played here, which was arranged by Factory Records to celebrate all Manchester music. The original name for the exhibition centre, GMEX, and Manchester International Convention Centre came together in 2007 to be renamed Manchester Central. It brings a hugely diverse audience of people through its conventions and other events, so they can experience a bit of Manchester that in some respects is still doing what it did when it was first created, which is bringing people together.